everyone. This is Lee the Appraiser for another episode of Amazing Appraising here in our brand new APR 57 gallery in New York City. How is everyone doing today? Hope you're doing great.
It's a little hot out.
A little hot out. It's hot in too. We are talking about coins right now. One of the more popular collector items and collectibles, as we were saying, the price of the gold and silver metals has been spiking recently, and we have been buying and appraising a lot of gold and silver coins and bars and ingots and Franklin Mint items. If you have any of those items that you may want to sell or appraise, please let us know. We have here now the United States, of course, the coins used to be made out of the precious metals, and the value used to be in the metals themselves. So you would have a dollar that had $1 worth of silver at that time, and that was the currency that was used to trade items and to buy and sell things. We didn't have such a thing at that time as Fort Knox. That was done later when they used the gold standard. But anyhow, so what we have here is one of the earlier silver dollars. It's called the Morgan silver dollar to be paid. So that's Lady Liberty is there. This happens to be a beautiful example. You can see her hair very clear, the Lady Liberty on her band, the cheeks, all in luscious, fresh detail. And this is a beautiful, the back there with the eagle. You'll even see the breast feathers there, and everything there is clear. So this is a common known silver dollar. They made them from typically 1878 to this coin, this Morgan was made till 1921. And then they made what's called the peace dollars, which I don't have one here this exact second, but I'll show you in the catalog here. This is a peace dollar here. Okay, and that one was made typically from 1921 to 1935. People love to collect these. These are very popular right now, and if you have any that you want to sell, typically in average condition, they go anywhere from $30 to $50 in average condition. Of course, if they're uncirculated or they have better dates on them, they can go for huge premiums and literally thousands of dollars on up if they're nice, rare coins. So we sell these coins individually. We sell them per 10, per 100, per 1,000. So they were actually made by the government in bags of 1,000 coins. And people sometimes even have, it's rare, but we still once in a while come across these bags. And they're very valuable as original bags, because that means the coins typically have never been in circulation, so they're typically always uncirculated. They may have some bag marks or scratches, but that's typically not a problem if they are in mint uncirculated condition. This is a Morgan silver dollar. A lot of people want to buy these for investments. They get a double-edged sword here. They hedge their investments because they're not only buying a close to an ounce of silver and hedging that silver will go up, but they're also buying rare coins, and rare coins are going to go up too. So typically they get the benefits of both worlds, and they can buy for a little over the price of the silver. They can buy a rare coin. So a lot of people are doing that right now. There's a huge run on better coins right now. So this is one type of coin. We pulled out over here. This is a Canadian maple leaf with the queen on the front. This one was dated the year 2000. It's called the Bicentennial Coin. This is also gem. It's almost like proof. It's not proof, but it looks like a proof. It's uncirculated. Again, a proof coin refers to the first few coins that are made. They polish the dies or the sets of the mints that they use to stamp the coins. So they polish them typically between every couple mints, and they have a very high finish on it. So you can see that. Now this is not proof, but it does look like proof. The woman there, her profile is very shiny there, the queen. So these typically retail for, again, they retail today about $35 or $40. In quantity, we sell them for less if people are interested, and we also, of course, buy them at the highest prices. We have here, this is a 1 ounce American Eagle. Again, very, very popular. You get an ounce of silver here, This comes, again, the government is changing the design. This is the last design and that they're making this year. They're stopping the design. And then somebody brought in, this is a 1 ounce Engelhart bar. It has a little toning on underneath, which is fine. It says 1 troy ounce. It has the serial number there. The back, it's in a sealed certified cellophane plastic. So again, there's a huge market for these. We buy them every day. Very, very desirable. And they only retail for about $35 to $40 a piece. Now we have some gold coins. We have the American, this is the old one. This is a 1904 $20 Liberty in brand new condition, uncirculated. These sell for today about $2,300. Again, these were used to trade and to buy in the early 1800s and early 1900s. They used gold coins up until 1933. This is an American Eagle. This is the 1 ounce more recent coin. They started these, I believe, in 1986, and they still make them today. 1 ounce of pure gold. These sell for a nice premium the government charges over the price of the gold, but still not much. They again go for around $2,000 today. Perfect uncirculated coin. These are both $20. They're both double eagles. An eagle refers to a $10 price. So if it's $20, that would be a double eagle. And here is a very common Krugerrand, 1 ounce of pure gold from 1980. So it's about 42 years old. Gem uncirculated, again, they sell for close to $2,000 today. So if anyone is looking to invest in gold, buy gold, these are the coins to buy. And if they want to sell them, these are the ones we sell and appraise. Okay, we got something a little more interesting here. This is called an Atosha coin. It was made, it was a ship in Mexico, a ship from Mexico that was carrying 200,000 of these coins. And there was a big storm in Florida around, I think it was in the 1690s. And the ship hit the storm, it hit a crater or something, and it started to sink, and it did sink. And I think there were about 260 people that perished with all these coins, and they had also I think a couple thousand gold coins. Those were called doubloons, and no one knew exactly where the ship was. There was a gentleman by the name of Mel Fisher who spent close to 30 years of his life looking for this ship. And he finally found it, I think, in 1985.
Treasure.
This is the original coin, but somebody actually went to the trouble of having a custom gold bezel and gold rim on it so it can be worn on a chain and a necklace.
Wow.
Because this is the original coin. And as you can see, some of the details on gold, but all original. And Mel Fisher he was very lucky. He found these coins, and finally, after it just shows, he kept looking and going and working every day for almost 20, I think it was 27 years till he found those coins. I can imagine what that conversation is every day after work. He comes home and his wife says, "New Mel, you found anything?" "I'm still looking, Susie, I'm still looking." "Well, have you looked in the bank account lately, Mel?" Okay, that reminds me of Henny Youngman. He said every night, not every night, I shouldn't say that. He goes every other Friday. He said it was Academy Award night in his house. He would come home after work and his wife says, "And the envelope, please." Okay, so talking about these coins, anyhow, you know what, let's go into so we specialize in all types of currency, in fact. So we had somebody who come in with a couple of these bills, $500 and $1,000 bills. Rarely seen. So just to let you know, the law is that the banks are required by the Federal Reserve Government and the Mint to not to allow anyone to take these bills. Meaning, if you were standing in line in a bank and somebody in front of you deposited these banks, you were watching, you were looking over their shoulder, and you see they had a couple thousand and $500 bills, and they made a deposit in the bank, and the cashier took them and gave a receipt, and you said, "Oh, Susan, is it possible that I could get these bills? I'll give you the money and take them from you." And she'll say, "Sorry, no dice, can't do that, because the bank is required by law to not confiscate just to grab them, but to take them, and once they're taken, to send them to the Federal Reserve." And the reason is because of drug money. They don't want the drug dealers. What happened was in the 80s, or 70s, 80s, a lot of the drug dealers would cash in their big bills, their 50s and 100s, and take $500 and $1,000 bills. So obviously they could have more money in a smaller envelope. So being that way, and to transport them and everything like that, so the government wanted to cut down on that. So they required that the banks no longer allow these bills in circulation, and even though they're valid currency and a bank has to take it, the bank does not have to give it away. So the banks turn them into the Federal Reserve, and then the Treasury will exchange it for them in 50s and 100s. Now, they're very cool bills. These are all original in extremely fine condition here. This is a $1,000 bill. This is a beauty from 1934, which is the absolute last year they were in circulation. It's close to 100 years old.
Wow.
It shows Grover Cleveland, who was our president at one time. It shows a beautiful picture of him there. It shows a beautiful, interesting diagram on the back there. You know?
Wow.
So this is pretty cool, you know. If you have one of these, we've had people who bought these, and the reason they buy them is they never have to pick up a restaurant check again. And the reason is, let's just say you're going out with a friend or something like that, or two friends, you know, and the bill's $150, $200. You know, you make the offer, "Oh, I'd love to pay it here, but all I got is $1,000. Can you break it?" Okay, and unfortunately the answer is going to be no, or fortunately for him it's going to be that they can't. So then somebody else will have to pay the bill.
It's a great dinner conversation.
It sure is, yes. Yes, and you won't have to pay for dinner either. How do you like that? So this was actually issued from the Federal Reserve, the Bank of Chicago, if you can look over there. Very cool, and you can see it for a bill that's almost 100 years old. It's in extremely fine condition. We have a number of these. We actually have one here that was actually graded. This is a $500 bill that was graded.
Wow.
Certified. They called it in very choice. Interesting. So the 500, of course, has President McKinley on the front there. Okay, so these bills, we love these bills. We pay a lot of money for them. We collect them ourselves. So if you have any $500 or $1,000 bills, we will pay you much, much more than the face value. We'll pay you huge premiums. Sometimes $500, $1,000, $2,000 over the face value. So if you have any, please, please, please let us know, and we will be happy to give you a free appraisal and a very, very high cash offer.